She's right here, Ray. She's looking at me.
I have a plan. I know exactly what to do. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Get her!
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays...
We are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're glad to see you. And if you happen to be here during one of our live premieres on Wednesday or Saturday, come on into the live chat. Introduce yourself. We'd love to meet you.
So for our mention today...
Y'all, this is my cousin Melinda, and she is joining us for our NYC Odyssey library homage because she is the author in the family. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started as an author?
Well, I've been writing my entire life, and about 1997, I said, I want people to read these. So I started writing for other people and self-publishing, and that's it.
And Melinda is off to Comic-Con soon with her most recent creations. What are you writing?
Goodness gracious. I have the first 2 books of an ongoing series, The Tale of Delicidae, Book 1, Book 2, and Book 3 is up here.
What are they about?
Oh, goodness gracious. This is about 3 people who suddenly find themselves in a vast empty desert. They have no idea how they got there. They don't even know each other. All they know is that they're there and they can't really leave. Ooh. Of course, also in this world are 2 floating, smiling gods. And these 2 beings know exactly why these 3 people are there. They're just not telling them.
Ooh, intriguing.
Ultimately, it's a story of true soul love that transcends time and space and the healing power of French fries.
Yay! And y'all, Melinda and I grew up on stage together. She is also a very well-respected and awarded actress in the Bay Area. And here is a look at some of her film work.
My life was not the same when Jamie was taken from me. A pity. She could have been like you. They ain't nothing but a bunch of naughty little children.
Rachel, you gotta get out of that house.
So you can see why Melinda is our perfect guest for our library soap today. Let's meet him.
All right, y'all, being an exclusive, this is from the sales page at PasteurPharmacy.com.
Step into the world of libraries and literature with NYC Odyssey, a fragrance paying homage to the majestic New York City Library.
This scent captures the essence of exploration, imagination, and the timeless allure of vintage books and hidden treasures.
This scent is inspired by both Masson Margiela's Whispers in the Library and Bredo's Bibliothèque, with the unique twist from MacDuff's Soap Company. So what's a spooky library smell like to you?
A spooky, dust.
Ooh, a little dingy.
Dust.
Parchment. Leather.
Mm-hmm. Cold. It smells cold.
And let's have a grown-up conversation.
Yeah.
Why is that mold inside library books so appealing to me?
Right?
It's magical.
I feel like it reminds me of my first library card. It was like I didn't have a wallet before, but the fact of getting a library card was a big deal when I was little.
Second only to a driver's license.
And then when you
walk, library card.
Oh my goodness gracious! I kept that in my wallet.
Right? I thought it was the coolest thing. But that was like your key to get in, and something with those old library smells, like we're just in the building. You know, that kind of old papery smell, and then you got to take it home.
I know. I'm sure that I have a drawer filled with all my little library cards.
Right?
Rubber band together.
Mm-hmm.
My mom even gave me once a library card from Nevada County for Christmas, and I think she had to like tell a small lie about where I lived in order to get it. But she was like, "I really want you to be able to come here and have books, honey."
Aww.
Tells me a lot about my mom.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah. So let's unbox this little treasure. This is how they come from Pasteurs. You get to do our honors today.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Unbox our
I
soap.
pre-cut a little.
Shall I begin now?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Go
Dive
for it.
in. See what you get.
Right, here we go.
You may have to manhandle a little bit.
This
sort of
is
pre-cut, but
this is the magic.
Okay. How's it come here?
And let's see, we might have, y'all. I don't mean to alarm you, but
It's a
we
little,
might have.
No.
Oh, there's no note.
All right, and so
it's up.
the soap
Dun, dun,
is
dun.
a rising
Okay.
NYC Odyssey.
Yeah. This is
Look
going
at
to be
that label.
way different from
Oh,
all the
my
other
goodness.
MacDuff's in our cabinet because this is a far cry from a cabin, y'all. This
Alright,
is a
so-
library.
Shall I try it?
Ooh, not quite yet because
Not
we
yet.
have
Oh.
to have our first impression. All right, so this is the part where we open the soap, smell it, and just let it wash over us. So, L'chaim,
Melinda.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I have to
What
prepare
comes to you
myself. Here we
first?
go.
Just,
clear
spit
your
that out.
mind.
She's got the whiff down.
She's done. She knows things we don't.
Yes, give her a second.
I smell the dust.
Ah, lovely.
I do smell the dust. It's a very clean smell, though.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
Almost like someone's just dusted the dust.
Love it.
Okay, so just in air.
There's a bit of leather hiding underneath. Definitely a bit of leather hiding underneath.
Okay.
It's like the bindings of the book.
It's a very clean leather smell, almost like a new leather book.
Oh, like a cashmere kind of leather?
Here, but
You go
want to
next.
try it?
You
Yeah,
say
Okay,
go.
I'm
There
going
you go,
in.
absolutely
Okay,
next.
let's see what my nose gets. Sometimes this is actually more fun to have more people because you never know. Like the
Different
first whiff.
noses, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
It's fun because it's definitely a MacDuff's to me,
Oh.
but I don't think we have something that's like this from them, which is
Gotcha.
actually super fun.
Now, it's a MacDuff, so is my little gourmand hiding in there?
Actually, I don't think so. It may be at the very end.
Right.
Very end. I could see where that's coming in. Something kind of gets a little sweet at the end, but I do get the leathery part coming through, and it is a clean, like leather. It is new. There's something new about it.
Cool.
But it's, it has a story to it. I know if that's intentional. Like, it just seems like that leather has been places, even though it's
Right.
new. It's just been places. And there is sort of a cologne-y something happening in there. Like, I know we read that it is an homage to some kind of colognes,
Right.
but there's something kind of dapper about it. Like, it's an intriguing character.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, all right, pass it
Magnus'
over.
turn.
Hold on. Okay, I need to get my nose on this.
Get your nose in there.
Got here.
I think it's more complex, but something is just so blended so well.
Oh, it's very nice, y'all. What I was a little bit scared of is that this would be a little bit on your novelty side. So that this would be a little bit like the dusty scratch and sniff stick or y'all, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. This is a really well-crafted, sort of sophisticated version. So hold on a second. Oh, there's something a little fruity on top just to kind of bring you in and give you a little sense of sweetness and a little bit of a sense of a clean carpet and like a nice lounge kind of a feeling. But it does have that sort of parchmenty, dry, dusty quality that meets it and kind of pulls against it. So it's almost like you're putting the older books in a newer section of the library.
with ya.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
they're like just around the corner.
Yeah. But it's just a little hint of like a plum or something that just kind of, and specifically I say that because I think that's what I'm finding in here because it doesn't smell like anything else. And I had a plum tree growing up.
Okay.
And I know a couple of it. I'm kind of cheating because I know a couple of the library scents that we already know also use that. And I wonder if there's a reason.
Interesting.
Because I'm definitely sensing that, but it's not the same plum that's in any of the other libraries that we have at all. It's a very different sense of the plum. It's a much drier one and a little bit of a sweeter one on top.
I did get that cold vibe that you mentioned to me. Like, there's something, like the marble in that building, at least in the picture,
And then
makes
I
it cool.
don't think there's like a tobacco, but I almost get this sense
Close.
of like a guy with patches on his jacket, right? And like a pipe in his pocket.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
That. Like,
That's what I
he's
meant by
about to tell you a
character.
story about adventuring. Does that make sense?
Yep, somebody's coming around the corner with an armload of books.
Right. Yes, that. Not pushing a cart.
No.
He's carrying them.
There is a sweetish something kind of thing at the end, just to
Yeah.
keep, because it's not a
It's
dark
very
scent.
layered. It's very layered.
Yeah, it's not
How would
dark.
you describe the sweet?
The sweet, it is a cologne.
Oh, okay, more on that side.
It's almost like a cologne that's being worn under a coat.
Oh,
It's
right.
it's not saffron, but it's something like that. It's like a
Yes.
different spice or something sweeter that's a spice, but it's
Right.
it's a real thing.
I'm so
I just
glad
don't know
you said
it's
that because
yeah.
it is. It's a sweeter spice, but it's a warm one, and
Yeah.
it's a more modern one.
It
right?
is. It is. Because I think that's why it's not one that we get all the time, but somehow the way it's being used here, like, I don't know if it's like the fall ambery colors, but I
Right.
do get a little amber kind of color in mine,
Right.
whether it's the leathery thing coming through or something in that zone.
And you know what? I have it on good authority that this book does have a cast of characters. Let's take a look at the set notes. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at PasteurPharmacy.com, we have leading off with
Old parchment.
That's
Totally.
the straight up scent note.
Yep.
Old
And it's
parchment.
not the first thing that grabs you. So there are a couple of other scents where that's the first thing out of the box, like, hi. No, this one you almost have to look for the parchment. And I love that because the first thing that grabs you are these next few, I think, which are...
The leather binding.
Right.
That's the first thing that hit me.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Cedar desks.
Love it.
That's genius.
And
not
after
just
worst
cedar.
cabin ever, we know Sean's great at cedars. The perfect cedar desk. I love that. So it's more than just the books. It is that whole vibe because the next one is...
Antique woodwork.
Wow. See, that's the character to this. Somehow that comes through.
You can smell wainscoting. Are you kidding
I mean,
me,
give it a
Sean?
whiff.
Totally. It's totally
It's there.
here.
It has that fun H vibe.
I have a placard coming
oh.
up. Next, y'all, something you don't often see in a shape soap, but I love it in a shape soap. Clove.
Clove.
Followed by...
Margaret's
This was right! We've got some plum in here. I love it. And then...
Peach.
Never saw these
See, but
next
that
few.
amber
goodness.
color, like we
Y'all, these next few are amazing. So hold on. Peach and then...
Peach. Peony.
Peony.
That's why it's not getting dark. There's these lighter things in there.
And then followed by a little bit of a floral.
Violet.
Violet. Gorgeous.
Wow. Okay, this one makes sense. Vanilla.
Vanilla,
Kind of should be
yep.
there. But then this one.
Pepper.
And...
Patchouli.
That's how you're doing the parchment. That's a part of it. Is that
Oh, goodness.
beautiful pepper patchouli scent, that pepper that just kind of has that effervescence to your nose, right? Whoa.
Wow. Okay, I don't
Whoa.
know. I mean, these all paint the vibe that we were kind of getting,
Love it.
but I never would have known that half these could be written out like that.
And let's look at these fruits, y'all. Are you
Wow.
sensing the clove, the plum, the peach, and the peony? All kind of as one gorgeous gourmandy sense?
Okay, but to you, are the plum and peach like straight up plum and peach, or have they been cooked? Have things happened to them?
Right.
Like, is that a different
How
smell?
are you getting the plum and peach?
I sense a mix of the peach and the peony and the violet.
Gotcha. And then the plum, you know what? Maybe that's why I sense the plum separately. Do you sense the plum as its own separate thing?
The plum is definitely stronger.
Okay.
But now that I know what it contains,
Right.
I can piece it out.
Right. The antique woodwork. I love that. And a cedar desk. Y'all, that is in here helping to create that vibe.
It's so funny because as you smell it, you think it's going to get darker.
Right.
But it doesn't.
Nope.
It really does stay in there's like sunlight in this library. It's really well lit,
This just
oddly.
smells wise. Does that make sense?
with
Just
you.
like it has a sense of wisdom to it.
It is definitely the old in the middle of the new.
Yes, that's what I was getting. I was getting kind of a mix of both.
Do we see if those open up more in the little lab?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, y'all, this will be an interesting portion of our program. We are going to invite Melinda to make her very first lather right
And
here.
oh my gosh,
She
I've never
has.
done this before.
No pressure. Go ahead.
So
This is
these-
exciting.
These are
Yes.
called bougie sticks. These are
Yes.
from the far off land of bougie.
Okay,
And what you
ooh.
do is you kind of scrape just a little bit of
like
the
a little
soap.
almond
Just
size.
a little bit,
Yeah,
just right about
even,
there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's enough? All right.
And then you will press that into the bowl. Now, this is from HC&C. This is from Pete Hendricks. This is what we call our no-nonsense lather bowl. It is 22 gauge stainless steel so that you could just get that lather right onto the bristles. And
then
what I
you
like to
dig
do is I like to
finger
smush
paint
it
a
in.
little bit.
Just
so
smush
that
it in a
as if
little
you
bit?
can't get it back up again without the brush.
All right, there we
Finger
go.
Yeah,
painting.
just
Yeah, there
make
you
a
go.
finger painting
Okay,
mess
gotcha.
in the bowl.
Let me make a
You've got
little
it.
mess there.
Perfect.
This is from Sean and Julie. This is our bougie sprayer. So how this works, this is going to add a little bit of water here
You
to
can
that mixture.
control that amount.
Right. And then just with that much, you're going to take this little sterling brush
Voila.
and you're going to start to make little circles.
Here we go.
She's going for it.
Little
First
circle
lather
like
on
this.
camera.
Here we go. It's a
Little
big
circle.
moment, y'all.
Okay, shall I display this?
Yes,
Absolutely.
there you go.
There we go.
All right. Oh
You
my
can
goodness.
circle, you can zig, you can eight it, you can whatever you want.
All right, there we go. Well,
Oh, things are happening.
Yeah.
this
Lathering.
builds up very nicely.
And see, she's doing well, Mr. Plessy. She's going in both directions, just organically.
Gotta get all the
Indeed,
soap
it's
in
like
there.
stirring soup.
It is.
Okay, this is fascinating. I've never done this before.
Do you get some of the whiffs coming through? Like sometimes when you wake it up,
Yeah.
things
It's a
kind
much
of come through.
different
It
balance.
changes.
Yes, it really
It
Oh my
does.
goodness, it changes.
A lot of times it gets even more intense somehow when you mix it with water.
The leather comes out when you mix it.
Right.
Oh, it's
This
actually
is-
really doing good.
Yeah,
Look
so
at
you're
you
kind of
lathering.
getting an iridescent sort of
Nice.
yogurty consistency in the bowl.
There we go.
That's what you want to
Yes.
do.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And just about the time you think you're done, you're about 90 seconds away. So you want to keep
Just
going a little
keep
bit.
giving a little.
And pretty
Right before your
soon you'll
hand gets
actually
Okay,
start to
wow.
feel the
Okay.
consistency push back against your brush. Does that make sense? All right, as our official lather coach, I'm going to give her a grade here. This is
that's
a
solid.
solid A-.
Thank you very
Really
much.
well
First
done.
attempt, too. That's
For the
impressive.
first lather, generally people rarely break a C+. She's done
She's allowed to
very
come
well
back.
here.
You know, yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right, so y'all, here we go. Now, at this point, we usually compare. So we'll very quickly, in rapid succession, smell both our new lather and the soap itself. So this is the Jonathan Swift. Here we go. All three. 1, 2.
See how it changed?
Oh, it brings. Oh,
Right? It did change, though.
Oh, it's
Definitely
a much
changes.
nicer balance in the lather. What are you getting?
I am getting that leather.
Yeah.
That
It's
leather
consistent.
is it. Now it's really leathery.
Nice.
That's quite nice.
That's funny because for me, it kind of sits in the background. What do you get?
Interesting. I funny. It's a little less sweet here. Like
Right.
something's more real to me
Right.
in this one, which is now reading like on the side label. It does start old parchment, antique woodwork, leather is the third one listed, clove, which it's funny. It really disappears for me into the leather there, and then stone fruit, florals, pepper, and vanilla.
Stone.
Is that
Stone
the combo
fruit.
of the plum and the peach because they have the little pit
stone
action?
fruit.
I'm told lychee is a stone fruit. Okay, are you getting a tiny bit? I know it's not exactly there, but I wonder if some of these herbs and spices are alluding to that phenomenal library book mildew moldy smell. Do you get it a little bit on the brush?
It's that smell when you first walk in the door.
Yes,
Right,
but it is
right.
that new mixed with so that it's almost disguises it, like covers up that
Right,
smell. You know,
100%.
if you're not smelling for it, you will not get it at all.
Yep. And y'all, I happen to know this library does have a basement. Let's take this a little bit deeper.
Sitting at a table with a pile of books in front of me. And a blank piece of paper.
Ooh. Any ideas popping into your head? Is this inspiring a story for Christmas, maybe?
Oh, hey, strap in.
Perhaps it is. Just one of the old blonde wood tables that are usually in schools.
Right. Ooh, old schoolhouse. This might really
Yeah,
smell
that
like
actually
that
could
too.
go that way too. I feel like when I used to tour college campuses,
Right.
there's something about the, like the colleges that have been there forever.
Right.
There's something about that texture or color or scent or like just energy in those buildings that I'm getting from here, which would make sense. I've never been to the New York Public Library, but it's been there for a while. I'm assuming that's there. Like I kind of just get like the knowledge, the stories, the people that have spent time in there studying or reading. Like there's something
Right.
that really does come through in this sense.
And you know what? For me, it's a dual thing of a library sense and the sense of a gentleman who's there. So this does have the books and the desk and the environment. But this also has the personality of sort of a whimsical little storyteller that's walking around in a tweed jacket with a pipe tucked in his pocket. Like I kind of see that character is in this library. Does that make sense?
I do get the masculine side of the sense.
Someone who doesn't necessarily check out the books, but just reads them there.
yes.
Takes care of them. Like he knows where all the secret passages in the library are. Does that make sense? And he goes up the spiral staircases at night.
Or
Yeah,
down
that
the
one.
spiral
Or
staircase.
down.
Right.
Yes.
I want you to write a book about this guy. This guy's amazing.
All right, I will.
This is a cousin of Wonka somehow, I think.
Oh, there we go. That's a fun vibe, though.
This is Wonka's smarter cousin.
there it is.
That's what
That's
this
this one. Instead of candy, he hangs out with books all day.
right.
Yeah, that's this guy.
Whoa. And you smell the purple.
You kind of with the plum.
very
But there's
true.
it's just a very intriguing character, I guess,
Right.
overall.
And he might have a little bit of a sinister nature. He might.
Like I just got the picture of the Clue game, in the library. right, but
Yes, could this be one of the
I
rings
don't
in
know.
Clue, the movie, right?
I
God
mean-
bless Martin Mull. He just passed away.
but like that vibe of like that old type of library,
This could totally be a Colonel Mustard in the library set.
you know?
Oh, goodness.
100%.
But there's something current about it. I just get
Right.
that throwback energy to it somehow.
Yeah, when you smell this as opposed to that, the floral and the fruit notes are here, but they fade into the background when it's mixed.
And
Ah,
it just keeps
yes.
it on the lighter side almost,
Right.
instead of it getting like, I don't think it's nighttime wherever we are. Like, I think it's more daytime for
Yeah,
some
or
reason.
late afternoon, maybe.
Yeah.
It should be in this library because the light would have to come from a high window
Right.
and show all the dust motes.
There you
Oh,
yeah, where
right.
the light goes
Yeah,
through.
right.
That image is definitely there.
What's the first book this set would make you grab?
Volume 3 of an obsolete dictionary.
Ooh, that's fun.
Y'all, there's an afternoon
That's
read.
been in the library for a while.
It's been in, I know that's sort of old book that you take it down and And
The poof of dust.
and the cover creaks open.
Yes.
I read that dictionary once. Turns out the zebra did it. And bringing everything full circle, does this smell like Ghostbusters?
The old one, for sure. Like, I know there's been a lot since, but I'm in that back one, like, when they're literally saying, shh, and you just look up and the ceiling goes forever.
Right.
Like, it really does feel like this building.
Which one does this smell like?
Probably Egon.
Ray.
Yeah.
Egon.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
We've had a meeting. This smells like Egon.
He spent the most time with books, I think.
And he's
Right.
the one most likely to wear patches on his jacket.
There you go.
Now,
Touche.
another game we sometimes play. What other celebrities, authors, public figures might this smell like? Who might wear this scent?
If I could be in the library of Downton Abbey, there's something that could kind of happen here. Like, they all
Right.
sit with their little scrolls and their little, there's just something in that vibe.
This could be
I
like
don't know.
a Buckingham Palace library kind of scent.
Why
Right?
not?
Right.
But there is something current about it. Like, some dude could just put this on with a nicer jacket
Right.
and rock this as well. It doesn't have to
Charm.
be.
This has a charm to it.
Yeah,
does.
It is a very charming scent.
Like an Ed Wynn would wear this, I think.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
goodness gracious. Yes, he probably would.
Yeah.
I just can't stop smelling it.
See, that's a good sign.
It's
We
right.
white.
Tally how many
Yes.
times we whiffed this scent.
Now, is
Yes.
it more
Very
masculine or
intriguing.
feminine to you, or does it have a lane?
It's very masculine.
Ah, there we
It
are.
has a very masculine.
Well, if you get mostly the leather, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I wouldn't say I wouldn't use it. It's not like too
right,
masculine.
right.
It still takes me to more of a place, I
Right.
think, for me. But it is definitely, I wouldn't wear this like as a splash going out because it's
Right.
a little bit more on the
Now, but,
masculine.
like we have a
Yes.
super floral peony soap that is definitely a feminine soap, but I like to wear it when I think about my mama.
Right.
Like those things. Like, you're not really going to take these beyond the shaving mirror generally if you don't have the splash or anything. So
Yeah, it gives the impression of walking into an older gentleman's private study.
there
right.
you go. Right.
Yes.
I'm with you.
with puzzle boxes sitting around and old certificates on the wall.
And that one green ledger.
Ah, there you go.
Right. Why do accountants wear green visors? I've never understood that. I've
Someone
looked it
help
up.
us out.
There are no answers.
It's a fashion.
They hate this. So it's pretty simple, y'all. You just need to be in the New York Public Library with an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on your back. And just about the time your would-be girlfriend calls you over and tells you there is no Dana, only Zool, you just got your own! So head over to PasteurShaving.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with NYC Odyssey. Y'all, I love it when you can tell the signature of an artisan, and I love it when you can't. This is outside the normal lanes of the MacDuff's wheelhouse, and it is amazing. I would never have known that Sean made this, but it is a perfect library smell, and I felt a little bit bad about connecting it to the spooky, but y'all, look, there's a gargoyle on the roof. There's a gargoyle on the roof. There's a little spookiness in here. And the lather, y'all, the new MacDuff's V5 base even adds a layer of post-shave feel to it that is unmatched, and I'm having the best time with this. Thanks, y'all, and thank you, Melinda, for being here.
Welcome to Messages.
So, y'all, if you did want to pick up a copy of one of Melinda's books, how might they do that?
They might check me out on the worldwide interwebs at www.deliciday.com.
And if you would like your copy signed, send us an email here to wesetyout@thebarbershopduet.com, and we will send you instructions on how to make that happen.
I would love to smell this being worn by a nice older gentleman.
Oh, yes.
Like the grandpa in the Parent Trap.
Oh, there you go.
Indeed.
Yeah, there's something, I don't know, there's something that kind of wakes me up with this scent. I don't know if it's the leathery side or the brightness that's coming through.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like I would want this as like a right before bed scent. I feel like
right.
I'd want to use this if I had like some day to live or something. I don't know. There's just a little vibe to it, if that makes sense.
I would talk to a gentleman sitting at a table for hours.
Oh, if they smelled like this.
And I love that MacDuff's went to the outskirts to recreate an antique cedar desk and parchment, y'all. I mean, I know we love our Aventus, but we love when the artisans take these kind of chances and give us firework or library or the Shire, right? I love that they provide actual sense for the only places about these stories that our imagination is missing, what they smell like.
Right. And the fact that he took two of those other things as homages to use, like, I never would have even known to do that.
You know, there are colognes out there designed to smell like Red libraries?
I had no idea.
Yep, this is utterly imaginative.
Douglas was in Spain today and just posted a picture of a Spider-Man EDP. I mean, there could be anything.
There-
Who knows what that smells like?
But I'm so glad Pasteur and MacDuff's got together to make this one. I understand why our world was like, you need to get this one, and they were completely right.
And if we could maybe put in a suggestion, a Broadway theater homage soap might be really
We'd all
pretty.
buy that, just saying.
Belasco and the apartment up above. Talk about mystery.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe for Halloween.
The Majestic. It writes itself.
It does. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.